Hi everyone, this is The Truth from Two Dads, Therapy with Gaming. I have to say, this is a therapy channel, and today I'm going to touch on a hot topic, religion, while playing Diablo 3. This is going to be a multi-part series featuring myself, so, consider this the first therapy session of the game. Please, like, subscribe, join for conversation, gameplay, just a good time. Alright. Let's go on. Alrighty, let's see here. Diablo. Loading up. I mean, it's been a long time since I've actually played Diablo. But I mean, so this is monk class, huh? This is. Let's see here. All right. Monk class. See, it looks like I'm a little into the game. Just started. I mean, I got past the first area before I decided to record this. Let's see here. The undead. All right. Well, so I mean, I guess the other point of this video is kind of a monologue, and what I want to talk about was religion. So. I'm a man of faith. I believe in God. Have I walked away from that path a few times? I think so, and I think it's caused troubles in my life, and I think it's caused troubles for my friends. And well, I was spending some time with what's over here. I was spending some time with some people that I very much trust their religious knowledge and faith, and by religion I mean it's very easy to get kind of as an overzealot thought of like, oh, it's this. And so just to kind of put my personal beliefs out there, is I don't believe it's my job to judge anyone. I think that's God's job. My job is to show people compassion and love. So just because I'm a Christian, that does not mean I hate gay people. That does not mean anything like that. It just means that I believe we were. Oop, hold on. Yes. Where am I supposed to see here? But so as a father, you wonder what can you do to put your children down the right path. And I think this goes into a couple other versions of relationships. What can you do to teach your child a work ethic? What can you do to teach your child to stand up for themselves? What can you do to teach your child to be a way that you want them to be without forcing them to a point where they hate it? I mean, I think everyone knows or thinks of the story of the child that doesn't listen, or they're pushed too hard into something, so they rebel or they learn to fight against it. And that's really hard as a father, because I don't know, it's just, well, my example. So as a Christian father, I have more than once had my children come to church with me, and I've let past life and things veer from that. And they're at an age where they have to make that choice. And I watched someone that I admire greatly kind of have to face a recent a recent battle in their own life. And by battle, it's a bad term, but it's too severe. But hold on, which is better? All right, there we go. By battle, I mean that's far more severe than I'm meaning as I run through and kill the undead and loot dead bodies. But yes, level 4. It really got to me because I watched them with someone they love, unable to talk to them the way they wanted because of the relationship they're in. And I thought about my children, and having come more into faith in the last few years than I had been before. I'd been in a relationship that kind of worked me away from God a little bit. And in that relationship with them, I never really exposed my children properly to it. And so as someone who believes in God, you have a belief that that Jesus is the Savior, like he is the way to heaven. So there's a fear that where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line in the sand? Hold on. Where do you draw that line in the sand to be like, here is my children, and where do you risk your relationship? Where is it like too much to push for? So like, where is it okay to say, hey, I want you to go to church, or hey, I'm going to force you, or hey, I invite you? Where's the line where where is it okay to risk your relationship with your child or your friend or your dad or your whoever it is? Where's that point? And I think it's really hard to find as a Christian, because a lot of people... Ooh, hold on. Let's switch this stuff out real quick. Boots, nothing. I can't use a bow. Alright. But I think a lot of people really face this kind of hard task, because as it's like, do you just invite them to church? Do you tell them about church? Do you force them to go? Like, do you risk your relationship? Do you draw that line where you're like, hey, not necessarily with a child, but let's say a cousin. Oh, great experience. Hold on. She's talking. One second here. She's kind of long-winded. Yeah, it was delicious. I didn't eat it, by the way. All right. So, but at what point do you stop a friendship for church? When do you risk asking your friend too often? No, I will help her. Quick shoes. Or even like, let's say it's a parent that doesn't believe in God. Do you force them to talk about it? Do you force them to believe in it? Or do you take the long road and just teach them bit by bit over time and hope they listen? At what point, because really, depending on your level of belief, and I'm not talking about mine here, but depending on your level of belief, the only way to heaven is through Jesus. And if you don't believe in Jesus, you go to hell automatically. And in that, how do you sell stuff? Apparently not with this guy. I don't know. How do I do this? I apparently need to go outside. So I guess hopefully in the comments below, by the way, but hopefully in the comments below, you guys can tell me what you think. And I don't want anyone to fight. This is a channel for open discussion of all different beliefs, all different cultures, and I want it to be kept that way. I want people to be able to conversate from different points of view. People that are Christian, that are very conservative, talking to people that are very liberal and actually having conversations. Because our differences are what makes this country great. The ability to learn and understand from each other. Personally, I don't believe... Oop, hold on, what's Cain have to say? Let's listen here. Ooh, Diablo. God, I left the room and these books still yelling at me. I don't think I'm going to buy weapons. Come on. Oh, apparently I can sell this guy, though. Yep. Sold, sold, sold. Money, money, money. So, on a side note for a second, back when I played, this just looks like really good StarCraft 2 graphics, like zoomed in with better backgrounds. Like, I feel a little bit cheated here. But I don't know, this game's kind of old, too, at the same point, right? First time playing through Diablo 3, by the way, so I'm learning my way while we play together. And hopefully, you know, someone watching this hopefully will join me next time for a conversation about religion. But it's really, like I said, where do you draw that line of where, you know, you wager their soul versus your relationship with them? You know, do you push? Because you have to think like the eternal soul thing, like, so if you push this, you're going to lose them anyways. You're going to lose your relationship with them, and they may walk away and never come back. And then it's almost your fault. Like, it's almost, oh, hold on, it's new skill. It almost feels like your fault because you're the one that shoved it so hard. But at the same time, you worry about them to the point where you want to. I mean, because hidden. Oop, she hopped down. I better go. It's just like, I feel like there's more stuff in the barrels in number 2. Now I know it's probably, I feel like I'm invincible right now. Like, I have to say, this game's done a really good job about making me feel like this elitist warrior right off the bat. Like, I'm sure this gets harder later on, but I just remember being scared at the very beginning of Diablo, 2. But I do remember a duplication glitch that like made everything way easier at lower levels. This is, I don't really want, I guess I'm gonna have to use a club. It's better. Isn't that the bad part about games like this, where you're just like, I'm gonna sacrifice this because this cap makes me this much more awesome? Which is, I don't know. And then like this channel's waiting for Destiny 2 to launch, right? So it's kind of, what can I really say? But so it's such a struggle. It's like a very internal struggle, because you from the one point you look at it and you're like, I guess it's hard because you messed up, right? If you would have been there more, or helped raise them differently, or or even, door blew open, or even like family members, if you would have been around more, like, and I think this falls into other things other than just religion. I think it falls into family members with drug use. I think a lot of people have seen that, and then they've had family members. And what do you do in those situations? Do you walk away from the person? Do you push the person into recovery? Do you help them? Do you keep it? They use the term enabling, and I don't know. And I think that's part of this is thinking past this as a father, because I'm in a life situation now where I've met a woman that I love. I get along well with my ex. She's actually a good mom. And I get to see my kids often, but it's one of those where I was always really wrapped up in work. So even when, before I was divorced or anything like that, like when even when they lived with me, I was always absent, I felt. And so, because I was doing a part as a provider. Now, I think a lot of people view that as what they need to do. But as that, I feel like I may have made a lot of mistakes, things that could have worked out differently for my kids. Whether it's ways I provided for them, or them knowing more about me, instead of things being kind of a mystery, just being more of their lives. And I wonder if when people have things where they don't, it's not that they regret, but or maybe they do regret a little what they, ooh, that's pretty. So, in 1 second here. But in the old Diablo, what was the big deal is these dungeons were procedurally generated, and I don't know if that's still true. Like, I have no idea if these are procedurally generated and they're totally random, and there's just a goal in that. Like, sometimes you'd walk into a dungeon, it was like, turn to the left, boom, you were there. Oh, come on. Come on. I want the experience bonus. Not want to give it up. Oh, new lore. Let's listen to Decker Cain here for a second. He's always got such important things to say. Oh, yeah. Ooh. What? Legendary! Oh. Let's let him talk, guys. Decker's got a lot to say. Wasn't Decker Cain from, like, the original ones at some point? I don't remember. Someone let me know down below, please. I can't remember. And remember, guys, this you're all, and gals, and people of other nouns, pronouns. I'm horrible at this, but people of any recognition of life, please join this to talk. It's not an argument. It's not a fight. It's not to prove anyone wrong, but it's to learn. And if I can find open-minded people to not only listen to me, but for me to listen to them, there's a chance that I may show you reasoning why not everyone you think is bad, and you may teach me something new or change my mind about something to let me know the differences. But back to our subject here. I gotta change my attacks. But so, like, with family or kids, like, it's one of those where I wonder if people kind of blame themselves for not being there, and that there's a little bit of regret where they wish they could have done more for that person. And so I wonder if you end up overcompensating in the wrong ways. And I think the wrong ways can be a couple of different things. One is gifts, right? I think you sometimes overcompensate in extravagant gifts or over-the-top gifts or things you can't afford, things they want, and you try to buy it in that way. I think some people do an enabling. They teach them that, or they tell them that things they're doing are okay. You know, it's okay to do drugs. It's okay to do this. You know, I still love you anyways. Well, you know, because they're afraid of losing that last little bit of the relationship they have with the person. In my case, I'm talking about children. I love my kids with all my heart. I recently, due to some different holidays and stuff, and my fault mostly, feel like I've lost a connection with them that would be really hard to rebuild. I mean, all three of them. I mean, I'm lucky to death. I have three of the most wonderful kids. Everyone says that, but mine truly are the kindest souls to strangers. But I wish I would have worked less. I wish I would have not worked 2 jobs. I wish I would have played fewer video games. And I think that level of regret keeps you sometimes from having important conversations, from being scared to have them. And I'm lucky that I don't have kids that I got to worry about talking to drugs, anything like that. But I think in my whole life, like, I'm talking to all of you, the whole internet full of people about religion, and it doesn't scare me at all. But I worry about talking to my kids about it, because I don't want them to think that they have to be part of a religion for me to love them. And I don't want them to think that they have to do anything for me to love them. But I still, you know, and then there's part of me where I don't know even if they want to know. I don't know. It's a hard thing, you know, and I just, it's a weird thought, I suppose. But let me know your guys' comments and questions, you know, what you guys think about, you know, relationships with family members and friends that you need to talk to them about something, but life makes it hard to talk to them. It makes it really difficult. And what steps maybe you took to get that far, to go ahead and talk to them about it. So, you know, I don't know. Well, you know, this is going to be an ongoing series. I'm actually going to play through the whole game of Diablo each time I get on play. I'll play about a half-hour session. So on here, you're going to have a couple minutes after I get off to finish watching me play. It's about 10 more minutes. But on that, please like, subscribe, click, share, show a friend. Join me, even better. Hop on here. Let me know what time you can play. Even if it's just voice chat. You play your game, I play my game. We'll play through Diablo together. Whatever. Oh, hold on. Larden Man's talking. All right. Whatever it be, we'll play through it together. Okay? So it's about a half hour of time. I've never played the game before. I'm having a good time playing it. I'm actually playing as a monk, so I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. He seems to be, you know, very, very, you know, capable. I don't think does he heal? He does have a healing move. I just unlocked it a little bit ago, so I'm good. I got a healing move. I think I'm going to go on a chain here. Am I going to go on like a major killing spree? I went on one where I think I did the best. It was like 30 or something. This might be it. This might be where I get it. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe not. Feel the wrath. No, this is definitely not. Definitely not where I got anything. Well, you know, I could be hopeful. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, 7 items crushed. Maybe it's in here. Oh, no. Ooh. Let's see what's going on. I can't remember. Decker. There's Decker Cain. Evil Knights. Alright. Zelda. Oh, they're done. Woo! Woo! I am the skeleton king. Alright, guys. I'm signing off. Thank you. Have a great night. Appreciate all of you. Hey, once again, click, like, subscribe, share, join. Right here? Maybe it's on my head. I'll put it in my head. Right here. The power and names you should join.
Thank you, but why did you risk yourself for me? It was not your time, old man. Come, Leah is waiting for you. Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. This cannot be opened yet. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram. I have kept my word and rescued Leah's uncle, Decker Cain. I saved him from a creature called the Skeleton King, who now bars my way to the fallen star.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here. Time runs short. Tell me what you know of the fallen star.
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at. How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Nonetheless, the Skeleton King bars my path to the fallen star.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss this.
I have some new items that I'm certain you love.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But he can quit if he wants.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is regrettable, but it must be done. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me. I'm sorry.
This must be done.
Sarah, my love, forgive me.
Hadrig! Help me!
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hadrig Aemon.
As it happens, I am looking for King Leoric's crown. Perhaps you know him.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. We found his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Bye.